The Broncos on this play. Bo Nix is going to find Courtland Sutton at the top of your screen for a quick hitter, yards after the catch, and this is an all-out blitz here by the Bengals defense. They're sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys after Bo Nix. So you're going to get max protect here. Tyler Badee is going to help out. Everyone's got a one-on-one, and Bo's just going to find the open man quickly on the quick hitter. Route concepts here because you know you got man coverage with the single high safety here across the board. Everyone's manned up here. But basically, you're going to get slant from Pat Bryant. You're going to get a dig right here from Marvin, and the same exact thing, just deeper levels here. When you're just going to get a quick hitter right here inside, and then Courtland's going to do the rest in coverage. He owns Cam Taylor-Britt on this play. Good shake. Boom, throttles down. Ball comes out quick right where it needs to be. Bang. Look at that. Whoop, ankles up the sideline. This was a good play. Watch again. Watch Courtland right here. Watch him just throttle down. Blah. Shows the numbers. Boom. Little hesitation move. Man, he's so underrated. Tell you what, Courtland Sutton has been underrated. Hasn't been talked about enough so far in the last 3 seasons there. Just an impact player. Now, pre-snap, when we talk about protection here, as we all know, this is going to be a 6-man rush right here by the Bengals defensively. And what's going to happen, basically, you're going to get wide here. Garrett's going to step and protect here. Tyler Badee is going to work against this linebacker. He's going to shoot inside, and Ben Powers is going to block him. And then you're going to get the one-on-one here, the one-on-one here, and then the one-on-one right here, protection-wise. The Broncos, they do a good job here on the offensive line of stepping down and making sure that this gets picked up correctly. Just boom, one-on-ones across the board. They try to stunt inside with Powers and Wattenberg there. They do a great job of communicating, and I think good lateral movement with their footwork. Not enough time for them to get after Bo Nix, and he delivers a strike to Courtland Sutton up the field for a big game. Let's take a look at the protection once again. Watch Bo. Sets, fires, bang. That's what you want to see from Bo Nix. What we saw on Monday night, that's the Bo Nix that we saw last year as a rookie here for this Broncos team. Courtland Sutton on the same exact drive. He's going to have a 22-yard catch and run against Cam Taylor-Britt right here. He took his soul in this game here. Got him benched ultimately. But you're going to get what the Broncos come out in. They're going to come out in trips to the left side. They're going to motion Courtland Sutton across the formation, and they're going to just catch the Cincinnati Bengals here in a cover 1 defense, right? So what's going to happen is with motion, corner's going to bump out, and he's going to take Courtland Sutton. Safety's going to walk down to play man against Evan Ingram. You got man alignment from the linebacker here on Tyler Badee, man alignment here, and then you got a single high safety playing over the top right here. Marvin's running the go route right here. Troy Franklin gets held. He's going to run a deep out. Obviously, you get Evan Ingram. You're going to come across the field. You're going to get a release to the flat here from Tyler Badee. And then Courtland Sutton is just going to run a little bit of a pivot route. And he's going to post up the defender, make a catch, and make a move inside. But just well executed here. 4-man rush. Good protection here. Bo does a good job stepping up the pocket. He does throw on the run right there. And Courtland's going to get yards after the catch here. And Cam Taylor-Britt gets benched after this play. Once again, right here you got an upfield rush from Trey Hendrickson. You got an upfield rush right here, interior rush here. Bo does a great job of not panicking. He gets sidesteps right here. Good hip block from Ben Powers. We'll see it on the end zone angle. And then he just fires a quick shot here, right? It's 3rd down. You need to get to the sticks. Boom, perfect. The Broncos were great on 3rd down on Monday Night Football. And when you have a receiver that can box out smaller defenders, make plays like that in space, it's nice. We don't talk about Courtland Sutton enough here. We absolutely have to here. Now, let's take a look at our protection. You can get the motion here coming across here from Sutton. You're going to get the upfield work right here from Trey Hendrickson. Garrett Bowles going to work against him. This defensive lineman is going to work his way inside, and Ben Powers is going to step down and work against him. Upfield rush here. And so you're going to really have Wattenberg, Powers, Miners. They're working on these inside guys. As you can see, the inside move right here. Let's keep an eye on it. Bang. He works inside. Powers does a great job stepping. Wattenberg, though, now he looks back, gets a hand on, and now stays anchored right here. This is one where I feel like he's too far upfield where Wattenberg can't help or doesn't help on that, and so that kind of puts Bo in a tough spot. But Bo's got great pocket presence about him. He knows how to maneuver well in it. Does a great job sidestepping. That's an absolute laser while throwing on the run right there to Courtland Sutton to get the Broncos into the red zone. Good play there from Nix in the offense. Bo Nix is going to throw an interception right here on 4th and 2. Obviously, going to keep an eye on him. What's going to happen here pre-snap is that you're going to bring, or at the snap, you're going to bring Adam Troutman back up underneath to run the flat. Trent Sherfield's going to act like he's going to block and is going to come inside right here and just chill while you get the corner route here from Troy Franklin. Cortland Sutton is actually going to be a guy who's going to come out here and block. This just, unfortunately for the Broncos, I would have preferred they just ran it on this play. Now on this one, look, obviously Troutman's covered, R.J. Harvey's covered, Troy Franklin's covered on the corner, and so is Trent Sherfield. So on this one, I know you're trying to make a play happen here. Try to just tuck it and run. Try to get upfield. I mean, I understand you don't want a quarterback to take a shot. He's got a good angle. He's got a good angle, and he's got a good angle. So I understand it. It's easier for us to react in real time, saying, I should have done this. Just one of those plays where throw it right here instead of inside of Harvey at that point. This was a bad interception. Luckily, it didn't end up hurting the Broncos. Bo Nix on this play is going to find Troy Franklin for a big-time 24-yard gain. And they're just going to work him across the formation. Okay, Broncos come out in pistol. Obviously, we know that because Bo's in a shotgun alignment here with the Dell back behind him. We always call that a pistol look. I would love to see if the Broncos could run two-back pistol where it's, okay, hey, let's say you have R.J. Harvey or J.K. Dobbins here both at the same time. You got J.K. here, R.J. here. I mean, you could get creative if you're Sean Payton. But then again, that's why I'm not a play caller and Sean is. We'll see if they eventually move to that. But what you're going to get here is a motion across the formation from Troy Franklin. And he's just going to run kind of the deep over right here. He's going to catch it in traffic. Good protection here. Obviously, you're going to get a pull backside from Quinn Miners to work against the edge guy because essentially you're trap blocking right here. And everyone is kind of working a double team here. And then you're going to get leakage from Troutman. But realistically, this is, hey, we want to try to get this fake open. We want Bo to sit his feet in the pocket. And as you see, you got the in-breaking route. Well, we got this window. You got the clear out right here. Safety's climbing over. So if we nail this perfectly, there's this window. And look at it right here. Here's one defender. Here's another. Trail technique here. So Bo is firing the shot. Boom. Into a perfect space to Troy. I mean, that is a great freaking throw right there. A lot of people have been concerned about Bo this year. I think so much of it is the fact that the Broncos this year have had him throw on the run a lot more than they did. But get back to this. Get back to this pocket passing presence where it's like, hey, you got calm feet, you set your feet, you fire a throw. Like, you know that there's this window there. He's got the arm velocity. He knows these guys aren't going to make a play on this ball. And it's just a beautiful throw here to move the chains for a first down. 29 first downs for the Broncos offense here against Cincinnati on Monday night. But here's what I like, right? How you're going to replace this in terms of how the Broncos block this up protection-wise. Luke Wattenberg's going to down block here where you're going to pull out Quinn Miners to block here. You get a down block here initially, and then you've got the running back who can help out. So you got a pulling guard and a tailback working against this outside defensive end right here, blocking down here, blocking, and then these guys are just working up here. I think this is just a well-executed play. Bo sells the fake pretty well here to R.J. Harvey. Boom. They hesitate for a second. Look, now you got the chip. Marvin on the clear out right here. Zone defense, so these linebackers like, oh, shoot, there's crossing stuff. We got to get there. Watch Bo. He just sets his feet, fires a clean shot. Bang. Beautiful throw there from Bo Nix. He had a really good night on Monday Night Football here for the Broncos. I like his confidence. Let him keep growing. Let him keep developing. Bo's going to be just fine, folks. Really like this play here from the Denver Broncos. It's right before halftime, a 2-minute drill. Marvin Mims at the top of your screen is going to catch a nice shot from Bo Nix against the cover 2 look here. Obviously, you have your 2 high safeties up top, right? What personnel are we in? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DBs. That tells us that they are in a dime look here. So 2 minutes. Ideally, you want your safeties to keep everything in front of you playing those deep quarters. Your corners are going to play underneath. They'll ride something vertically unless there's something coming out to the curl to flats here. But pre-snap, you're going to get motion here. Tyler Bidet, they're reading the coverage. They're calling something out right here. Cortland's going to go here. Evan Ingram is going to work, and he's just going to run a little bit short right here. Pat Bryant is going to work his way inside, and then he's got the cover 2 shot right here from Marvin, and the safety is not going to be able to get there in time. Just good protection here. Bo's got time. He sets his feet and just fires a shot. Look, corner's playing underneath right here. Safety is right here. We talk about this being the little honey hole, right? The sweet spot to be able to catch a pass. Now, when I was in the press box watching this, I was thinking to myself that Bo fired this a little too far inside. But with the corner playing kind of outside, it's, subjective. Now, this could be a little behind, but Marvin's got great hands, great focus, great concentration. Just once again, watch right here at the top of your screen. Watch Marvin work against the corner. The safety's climbing depth vertically right here. See how the corner kind of flips his hips. We never want to let the wide receiver get outside. It's one thing we always coach our DBs on. You never want the wide receiver to get outside because then it makes it easier for him to get up the sideline to do stuff like this, especially a separation guy. Ball fires just a beautiful shot. Marvin catches it. Boom. And now you have a chance to keep things rolling right before halftime. Big plays here. Let's take a look at the protection here initially. You got Trey Hendrickson, as we always key in, the most dangerous man on the defensive line here for the Bengals. So what's going to happen here? Hendrickson's going to cheat down just a tiny bit. Evan Ingram's looking. Once again, you get the motion. All right. What is our communication here? All right. They're communicating. And now you've got Hendrickson. So you're going to get a chip right here. McGlinchey's going to work against him. He's going to get the one-on-one here. This lineman's going to crash inside, and Luke Wattenberg's going to crash down with him. But he kind of attacks the side shoulder of Quinn Miners, kind of knocks him off base, which allows his guy to come and wrap up on the outside. Ben Powers working right here. I mean, these guys are communicating like if he's coming, then I'm going to work here. But obviously he pivots outside because the running back's going to leak out. He comes inside. So Ben Powers does a great job of communicating there, working his hands protection-wise. Once again, let's watch that. And then I want you to watch right here. Quinn Miners just kind of gets blasted. This is where Luke Wattenberg can help him out by communicating, hey, I don't know if they have an in call. I know we always told, my outside linebackers when I was playing corner, if there was ever a crack block, I'm yelling in, so you don't get cracked. But Quinn kind of gets displaced right here. And at this point, you would like to see Luke Wattenberg kind of pivot his feet back to pick up this guy. Obviously, if this play extended a little bit longer. But Bo just fires an absolute shot. Let's look at it. Bang. Just a beautiful play right there to Marvin Mims. Let's watch it again. Just fantastic throw right there. Overall, Broncos move the chains before half. Bo Nix right before halftime. He's going to find Cortland Sutton right here for a touchdown, working against cover one. They got a safety who's playing the deep middle of the field. As you could tell, this corner right here, the nickel defenders, a little bit lined up outside leverage against Cortland. And that's because he's got a safety over the top inside. And you got this linebacker as well who's climbing to help out because you get an in-breaking route right here from Evan Ingram. He's going to pass off that coverage here to this linebacker because this guy has nobody to cover because you got man coverage here, single high, man, and then you're going to go across here. So why not just pass him off? That way you can kind of play inside this middle window. That's exactly what's going to happen. And Cortland, he's just going to run a post route right here. He's going to catch it for a touchdown against man coverage. Does a great job, as you can see. He gets the DB to kind of overcommit a little bit more to the outside. And I think right here you just get a great route initially by Troy Franklin. And that's going to open up the opportunity. He goes up, high points it, and this is an absolute laser here. But let's watch this side of the field, okay? Let's watch Cortland. And I want you, as you're watching this film breakdown, to keep an eye not only on Cortland, but this defender right here, this defender, and the safety. And watch Bo just set his feet in the pocket. Man, Bo was so good on Monday night. Just bang. Works inside there, defender underneath, high points it, contested catch, touchdown right before halftime. Talk about momentum. Big play here by the Broncos. Okay, where is our most dangerous man? Here he is on the left side. He's going to work against Garrett Bowles. Garrett's going to anchor down after initially getting bull rushed. Does a good job kind of settling his feet right here. Bo's going to fire that shot. What a throw right there by Bo Nix. He was slinging it on Monday Night Football. Love this play right here. The Broncos going to get an easy touchdown. R.J. Harvey is going to catch one, and they catch the Bengals in confusion defensively. Now, obviously, in red zone situation, these guys are all playing man alignment, right? And they have another safety right here. But look at this. You're watching this, and you're seeing this guy communicating. It looks like they're not on the same page. He has no idea what's going on. He has no idea what's going on. So what ends up happening here is that essentially you're going to get this corner playing man coverage on Evan Ingram, man right here at the top of your screen against Marvin, man on number 2, and instead of this safety right here playing man coverage on number 3, which is Cortland Sutton, this safety is going to end up playing man on Sutton. He's going to drop to play that middle of the field coverage, and in a real situation, you're like, I feel like if they would have communicated this better, you'd have the corner right here. The safety would be man aligned potentially here. But they also bring this linebacker here who's given a man aligned look. But you know what he's doing? He's blitzing. So guess what? Evan's going to run a route here. Corner's going to go. And nobody is covering R.J. Harvey. This was easy money. And it capped off the Broncos win. A touchdown on third down. Just look at these guys right here just having a hard time figuring out what the heck they're doing defensively. They don't know what's going on. They got new guys coming in because Cam Taylor-Britt got benched. It's just chaos all around. Ideally, you should man align right here. Or if you're going to send him, he should play man align on the tailback. Or you can communicate in and out where in breaking routes, he picks him up. Swing, he picks him up. But that's a lot of moving pieces here. And Bo says, hey, we got it. This is the look that we want. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys rushing right here. And no one accounts for R.J. Harvey. Wide open touchdown. Doesn't get easier than that. Very good performance by Bo Nix and the Broncos offense. They're going to have to bring their A game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, you have 5-man protection here against a 7-man rush. What does that look like? You got a 1-tech right here, a walk-up linebacker right here, walk up here. You got inside shade right here, a 4-eye, and then you got outside right here. Boom. Okay, so what's happening? What's the story? Who's communicating? Are there any stunts? These guys here, obviously Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Miners working the double team. They're each punching right now. You get a 2-hand punch from Luke on 69, a 1-hand punch from Quinn Miners, and Quinn is eyeing number 55 where it looks like, okay, hey, you're going to work one-on-one outside. You might have to work one-on-one right here because now look, Ben Powers working one-on-one against 90, and so now you don't want this guy to have a free inside release after your quarterback. So that's where it's like, all right, you have to take the inside man first. The inside man is the most dangerous, which leaves a free rusher, and this is just an easy boom, touch pass, touchdown. Good job by the Broncos here on Monday Night Football.